Well, we start tonight on the west end of Billings, where a car crash injured 3 juveniles at 4:30 this morning. Billings police were on scene investigating the crash until about 2 p.m. Now, according to a police tweet, the car left the roadway, injuring 3 juveniles, leaving 1 in critical condition. Police are still looking for a 4th juvenile who fled the scene. Rimrock Road was blocked off between the 54th and 62nd Streets West during this investigation. The road is now open to traffic, and police say speed and alcohol are considered factors in the crash. Now, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and one organization is using fly fishing to help women who are recovering from breast cancer. The Pink Pookie Casting Classic is a fundraiser for the organization Casting for Recovery. In the past, the Classic has been an evening gala, but this event moved to Zoo, Montana this year and includes some lessons in fly casting. Women receive counseling, get exercise today, and even get a chance to network and support each other.
It's wonderful. I really enjoy it. They get excited. They come back. Some of these right here are some of the people who have been on an event. So it's good. Your whole mind is focused on the fly fishing. It's a healthy moment for you. And it also is good exercise, clean air, often family. It's a win-win situation.
And while the first Saturday in October is a sign that summer is over, and the Yellowstone Valley Farmers Market has once again finished. Now in its 34th year, musical entertainment is a big part of the Farmers Market festivities. And there's a little bit of music. Well, the hot weather came late and hailstorms affected the harvest. But Market Master Bob Wick says it was a good year for produce. More than 80 vendors came to each market, and some even had produce from out of Washington, Oregon, Colorado, and even Wyoming. Now, for the customers, it's a chance to see old friends, and organizers have mixed feelings about the final weekend.
It's kind of a relief, but it's also very sad, because I have a lot of really good friends down here now, and I really enjoy them. It's a party. I love the music, the socializing, and it's just kind of sad that I won't see them as much till next July, and then we're all back together and it all starts over again.
Over to another event today in Billings, where antique collectors and artists brought their goods to Metro Park for the rescued and reclaimed harvest season vintage market. Some of the antiques remain intact, and some used their creativity to make something different. The market features nearly 170 vendors, with some from as far away as Iowa. Some of the fun is having the vision of what they want to make and finding the recycled and reclaimed materials.
Sometimes I think it is the hunt or the TV shows, you know, everything old is coming back new, and yeah, the farmhouse look. Some of the stuff that you find when they're ready to throw it away is the best stuff. One man's junk is another man's treasure.
That's so true. And there are 6 rescued and restored events each year, and the next one is the Country Christmas Vintage Market on November 23rd. Well, a big day for the University of Montana, who is in the midst of its 100th homecoming week. And this morning was the annual homecoming parade. Despite some not so great weather, the parade route was lined with people as homecoming floats made their way through downtown Missoula. MTN's Katie Miller has more.
Grizz fans of all ages lining up on Higgins Avenue in Missoula on Saturday. The parade is floating behind us, and people tell me this year's theme is extra special, 100 years of homecoming. Candy tossing, bands marching, horses trotting, dancing groups and cheerleaders excited to show off. Christine Kowalczyk is the founder of Showtime Academy and says this was a great year to get involved.
Oh my gosh, we're so excited. This is actually our first time in the parade, and so we kind of are just excited to share our love of performing arts with the whole community.
The parade starts at the Triple X's in downtown and stretches all the way past Rockin' Rudy's. Hundreds on hundreds of people watched this year. Riley Sauer and her family came over from Washington to watch her cousin walk. She says she likes going to events, but her favorite part was spending time with loved ones.
So if my little brother's happy, I'm happy. I like making him happy.
Kathy Armstrong has lived in Missoula for 26 years, and her husband went to the University of Montana. She says the parade is a fun way to see people coming together.
Again, the community, everybody coming out, all the different bands playing. One of our friends is going to be riding a horse in it with 4-H. She's the rodeo queen, carrying the American flag. Very excited about that. So, yeah.
Missoula high schools and university groups also made their appearances. After the parade, people will go tailgate, head to the game, and get some food. In Missoula, Katie Miller, MTN News.
Thank you, Katie. Well, for residents and livestock in rural Montana, the increasing grizzly bear population poses a serious threat. Today, U.S. Secretary of the Interior David Bernhardt and Montana U.S. Representative Greg Gianforte held a roundtable to discuss the public's concerns and discuss the next steps in managing the grizzlies. Before officials can begin to take steps towards managing the population, the bears must first be delisted from the endangered species list. Now, while the task of limiting the bears' access to private land is still at hand, Gianforte says the bears' recovery from endangerment is worth celebrating.
The grizzly bear was endangered. The populations were reduced. They came under the Endangered Species Act, and they have recovered. We should be celebrating and taking a victory lap and transferring management back to the state. I just believe that when decisions are made more locally, we get better results.
After hearing from the public, Secretary Bernhardt says he will use their input to help make decisions regarding how best to manage the bears. Well, stay with us. More to come on the 5:30 news. After the break, we soar with some of Montana's birds of prey. Later in sports, can the Grizz keep it rolling on homecoming? Highlights from Missoula coming up. But first, let's check in with our friend Rob Griggs over in the Weather Center.
Well, hi, Zoe. Well, we're going to have some wind and a few showers in the area tonight. Then we have sunshine and warmer temperatures Sunday through Tuesday, and then we get cold and snow on Wednesday. Yeah, I'll have the complete Q2 Storm Tracker forecast in just a couple minutes.
You're watching MTN News with Zoe Zandora, Storm Tracker weather with Rob Griggs, and sports with Casey Conlon. This is the 5:30 news on Q2, Montana's news leader.